Hi, I'm Kenny Joya. Welcome to another one of my tutorials. In this video, I'm going to show you how to bypass effects on multiple tracks using the same effect in Reaper. I have a project in front of me here with 3 tracks. I have some drums, I have a synth, and another synth. And all together, it sounds like this. Let's say we're in a situation where we want to try out a plugin on all the tracks in our project, but be able to bypass them all at the same time. For example, let's say we wanted to add a plugin to our drums, and one of my favorites is called non-linear. Right over here, it just adds some saturation, making it sound like an electronic circuit, like this. It's kind of subtle, but I tend to put it on all my tracks. So let's copy it to all of them. We could just drag it to the first synth and copy it again to the second synth. So now it's on all 3. But now I want an easy way to bypass it on all the tracks in our project at the same time, to make sure we like what it's doing. Well, it's kind of hard to do it from here because you have to do it one at a time. It's a lot easier to use this trick. Let's turn them all back on and go up here to the View menu and choose Project Media Effects Bay. And that's going to open up this window where we can see our source media, our media items, or right over here, we can see all the effects in our project. So we want to adjust this one right here. We could see it's in 3 different places, and we could bypass it, put it offline, check out the usage, insert it, retain, or remove it. We want to focus on bypassing it. And if we bypass it here, it bypasses it on all the instances it's being used in the project. So we can quickly hear what it's doing to all our tracks in real time. Put it back on and play it. As I said, it's pretty subtle, but it's kind of helpful to be able to bypass it on all the tracks at one time. Now, another great use for this is if we use a filter. Let's add an EQ to the drums. We'll use Re-EQ. We'll remove all the bands except for one and switch it to a low-pass filter. Let's say we wanted to add that filter to all our tracks and turn it on and off on different parts of the song. Well, we could start by duplicating it and dragging it to our first synth, then the second synth, and now we could hear it on all the tracks. But once again, it's hard to bypass it altogether by doing it from here or from our mixer. Over here, we can only bypass it one at a time. So instead, we can use the Project Media Effects Bay. And this time we could do it with our EQ. Bypass it on all the tracks, or put it back on all the tracks. And if we like this effect, but we want to automate it in our song, we could do it right from this window. We could select all the tracks, right-click, and switch it to touch mode, and write it in real time. And just like that, we recorded automation for this part. And it looks like this. Where it turns on and off on every other bar. And we can see it right over here. Or in the mixer. So it's a lot more convenient to write the automation from this window. Now let's do a similar thing with phase. Let's put our tracks back into trim read. Let's add a phase effect to each track. Starting with the drums, type in phase, bring this down a bit. And let's add that effect to the other tracks. Just drag it to the other tracks, so it sounds like this. Now we can automate that as well with the Project Media Effects Bay. Again, we can turn it on and off right from here. Now let's try automating this as well. We'll start with it on and turn it off when the filter turns on. Once again, we'll select all the tracks and switch it to touch mode. And we're ready to record automation to all the tracks at once. And we're done. It looks like this. And we can see the effects turning on and off right from here. And also from the mixer. And we did it all using the Project Media Effects Bay. We could bypass them based on each plugin for all the tracks in our project. So that's pretty much it. That's bypassing effects on multiple tracks using the same effects in Reaper. I hope you learned something. Hope you can use it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.